Dr. Debdas, it's a great pleasure to be together once again and talk about the evolution of the faith in Tripura. In the last episode, we discussed how you became a Baha'i in West Bengal near Calcutta, and the teachings filled a new life in you, and you arose to pioneer to Tripura. You had a shop, you left the shop for the love of faith, and you reached Tripura. And when you came to Agartala from Dharamnagar, you were arrested there for a short while. And a good lawyer whom you didn't know, he appeared on your behalf in the court and you were let free. So what happened after that? That was 79. So in 79, when you were free, what happened after that?
Before we continue in Tripura, I just will give little more sum up of Bengal, because I did not mention about many friends, those were with me in the teaching field and raised the banner of Baha'u'llah in different districts. So with your permissions, I wanted to come back to West Bengal.
Okay, so what's the timeline now?
It is 1976 to 78. I would talk little, brief. The friends, those who are with me and I was with them, how I really can't express how the beautiful pioneer, Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Helen Bruback, took care of me. Because you see, without food, without proper water and rest, no sleeping things, I got a severe stomach ache, and then I could not even stand, and it is out of my home, and so friends were very much worried. But teaching trip was continued, going to the villages. Helen alone, like a mother, took care of me. She was feeding me, she was giving me medicine, and was giving moral booster, motivation, like that. Can't forget the friends of West Bengal, the contributions, the sacrifice, the dedications that given by Mr. and Mrs. Mark Zubeck, and particularly the Helen. Mark also had a kidney pain, kidney stone. He was carrying always water, 2 cans of water always with him. And it's beautiful to say that, in those days in the villages, there is no toilet. So mostly we used to do it in the big jungle, and water was not available. So we used sometimes the leaves of a tree and this and that. That is how. And then this not along with Mark and Helen, the Kamran Hemati and Hizmat Hemati, the two brothers from Iran, the pioneer in Bengal, and was with us. In spite of all these difficulties, they were always smiling, which really made me more motivated and forget about my pain. And I just sometimes do not mention about my suffering because of their smiling face. There was another two beautiful girls. One is Bita Kaji, another is Astorpe, something like that. I really can't remember. It's a very difficult to pronounce the Persian name. And then, of course, from Birbhum, from Santiniketan and then surrounding villages, when the faith were really is established, and then we moved from Birbhum to Bakura. And Bankura, then one day we just suddenly, early morning, were passing through, the name is called Pathakpara, and then we met with a group of youths, and that among of that youth, is today is a very, very beautiful Baha'i was Ashish Mukherjee. And, there was a Gaurango and Somnath, all these things, they took us to their roof and asking questions and questions and questions. And from morning 8 o'clock, it went through the night 10 o'clock. And mostly they were held from different political background like CP, Communist Party, and Nokshal, all sort of things. I don't know, but thing is that what happened? These friends they took us to the upstairs asking questions, and we personally giving answer. Particularly, Mark and Helen were giving, and I used to translate them. And sometimes I used to talk about me. And of course, 10 o'clock night, they declared that full group, they declared their belief in Baha'u'llah, and then immediately he asked to mother and sister to cook food for us, and we have eaten, and then we left because Ashish told there is a where he studied and in the village, more interior village is called Shaldia, and there we will go for teaching. So night we left. There is only one bus is to go, so we left there, and then we started with the help of Ashish from there to the Padawi and this and that. So many. From there, we went to the Susunia Hill. Then from there, we went to Puncha. Then, like that, it was,
So,
and we used to sleep on the.
how long were Mark and Helen in
They were,
Bengal
they,
in with you?
they were 2 years, 2 and 3 years, 2 years. 70. No, 2 years, yes.
So Mark wrote the book Christianity Renewed, which is in two
Yes,
volumes,
yes,
and he is in
yes.
Australia. Helen also is from Australia.
Mark
Yeah.
is from Belgium, from Flemish background, and Helen was from Australia. And both of them from different. Like one is from Catholic, another is from Protestant. And you see how the beauty of the Baha'i Faith. These two young couples, came and sacrificed. Even I was wondering how could be, but the love of God, it was burning in their heart, which they have understood, and we understood later. But beginning, it was not so easy to do this thing. But the group, yes. Then
Helen
this Ashish
actually had
Mukherjee.
come to India for East-West project, which was in
Yes,
South
correct,
India
correct,
in
correct.
1975 or so.
75, yes. And followed by, yes, Mark also came. And
I
Mark
happened
was
to be
also,
there. I was a coordinator of the project East-West for a few days. I had gone to whole Kerala to map the area and to see the possibilities. The National Youth Committee had asked me. Our dear Shahnaz Farudi wrote to me a
yes.
couple of letters and asked me to do that. And then I was there when the project was launched, and I was staying. We had a home, so we had 1 or 2 rooms for boys, 1 or 2 rooms for girls, and I used to lock them, and I used to sleep in the center of the house, near the near the door, main door. And one night at 3 or 4, I got up and I saw this young, beautiful Western girl sleeping next to me. And I was horrified. I said, "What is this?" And then I woke her up. I said, "What are you doing here? From where did you come?" And she said, "I am Helen. I've come to join the project." So
Yeah,
that
she
is
was
how.
like a mother, I will tell you. She
Yeah,
was
like
like a mother,
wonderful
yeah.
people, wonderful
Uh,
soul. And she was with us. And later she must have gone for Sonar Bangla project, where you were there.
yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes. And
And
you know that when you
Mark
went,
and
I,
Helen most probably met in Chandigarh for the first time. Because I remember he
yeah,
used to cycle in Chandigarh,
Chandigarh, no, Panchgani, I think. They met
maybe
in
Panchgani.
Panchgani.
Then
Yes.
they would have come to Chandigarh for some teaching trip or something. So I had the privilege of meeting them and having them at home and being in the Baha'i Center of Chandigarh. for a couple of, maybe a month or two, couple of days. Yeah. Okay, go on.
You maybe remember that Minus Kohinoori is
Yes.
another dynamic lady was in Kerala, and you know
Yes.
that you met with my wife also, Savitri,
Yes.
because both of them were together. Minus Kohinoori was auxiliary board member, and Savitri was her assistant. And this, they also had a beautiful story. They were also was tortured by the some unknowable people's essence, you know, and that they had to go to the police stations. So many history I am not going to go and tell because she's not here. What
Yeah.
I have heard.
Our dear
And minus,
Mehnaz is now a pioneer to Suriname. And for
I
many,
know,
many years, a very, very dear friend, like a sister to me, of course, and to you.
yeah, such a
Okay,
dedicated
let's go
soul,
on with your
yes.
story. So you were teaching
And
in the villages of Bengal and near Shantiniketan, and you had these friends.
no, from there we left.
Mm.
We left to Bankura, and from that Salia, we came back again and went to another place where the Salil Bose was staying. It's called Khatra.
Wow.
And then they were playing the carom in a club, and then we had a conversation. After that, the evening, they arranged a meeting where the many youths came, older people also came, and there he declared, you know, these are all beautiful souls chosen by Baha'u'llah. And I will tell you that later on, this Salil Bose and Assis Mukherjee, they become a champions, you know.
That's true.
They serve the faith in the different arena uh, because Salil Bose translated many books from English to Bengali, and his language also is very good. Ashish Mukherjee also was very much helpful in the translation and doing so that both are very beautiful. My friend, my brother, and I had a beautiful time all together. And then Ashish, I don't think so. He went back to home. Since that time, he just was with us and then went to the Dumudi, to the Parui, and then Puncha. I could remember this name, 45 years ago. How could I? But till then, yes, these are all the places where the faith still is there, like Islamabad and all these things. So there we came and did. Then 77, I think
Just,
Mark and
just,
Daniel
uh,
left.
just one question.
Yes,
From what I know, Rabindranath Tagore, the famous Bengali poet, highly revered all over the world
yes.
for his work, Gitanjali, and many other poems. He is also the author of the national anthem of our country, India. Um, I understand that he had met some Baha'is in Shantiniketan who presented him some books also, perhaps Martha Root or
I
Lua
think so. Yes,
Distinguisher, one of the two.
Martharu.
But
Martharu.
was so when you were teaching in that area, did you go to Shantiniketan?
Yeah, yeah, I forgot to mention that our first teaching was in the philosophy department of Santiniketan when Satyajit Sinha was the vice chancellor, and it was a beautiful experience. I will tell you that you remember that Mark asked me to compose a song and then Baha'u'llah Premier Gari Chorbi Ke Reai. And that song we sang in the philosophy department. And there were, I think, more than 60, 70 students were there. And we had a very beautiful conversation. Everybody was in tune with the Baha'i Faith. And next day, the Satyajit Sinha invited us in his home morning for breakfast. You know, when we entered, was such a humble. He just folded his hand and welcomed us. And he said to his mother, look at some disciples of Prabhu Baha'u'llah has come to bless our home. He was telling to his mother, and particularly he was putting his hand on my back and telling, Ma, he is from Calcutta, and such a beautiful soul. He was translating, which we really cannot understand what was speaking man, but he was translating. Then I was laughing and I don't know also what did I translate, but yes, I used to translate. So such a such a things I very rarely have seen such a dignified, such a highly educated people
I
is
think
giving honor like that.
Bolpur was next to Shantiniketan, isn't it?
The
Bolpur.
same place, Bolpur, Santiniketan
Ah,
is
so
same
you were
place.
talking about teaching in Bolpur. What happened there?
Bolpur, we had a few villages. We went, some declaration we got. We formed the local spiritual assemblies. Like that, go on. From there, went back to the Bankura, as I said. We stayed there, I think, altogether 9 days or 10 days. And, there is not a single Baha'i. Whole Bengal, where was the Baha'i? Few Baha'is were in local assembly in Kamarhati, another was in Calcutta, and then another was in Chandnagar, where the Bablu Ghosh was there. So that few Baha'is and 2, 3 local assemblies were there. And then because of this team trip, this Mark and Helen, me, Kamran, Esmat, Ashish, and Salil, we all travel different parts, Bengal. Then you know that Gopal Das, Gautam Das from Calcutta,
Yes.
and their father, Desi Das. So they also had a lot of contributions for the development of the faith in West Bengal. And now these two brothers are living in USA since long. But they were a wonderful soul, and I used to go sometimes in their home, and their mother is so kind, not talk much, but she feed us. They're coming from teaching trip. You must be hungry. Come, something to eat. So, banana, like chira, like doodh, she used to offer. And
That's
I used
Gautam
to,
Das's mother.
yes, Gautam and Gopal Das mother. And their father is Jeshi Das, he's also author of some books, and then he translated some books into Bengali. And yes, they are
Baha'i
very,
books.
yeah, Baha'i books, yes. Particularly, I think prayer books and hidden word. I can't remember, yes. Of course, Sochiputi Chatterjee also is translated the New Garden and other books also. That time, very few books was available, no? Like a New Garden, like a Baha'u'llah and his New Era, hidden words and prayer book. That's all. And then later on, go on, go on, go on, go on. But till today, we do not have many Bengali translations. But of course, the Ruhi book, when it came, then we forgot to translate all these other books rather than the Ruhi books, Ruhi curriculum. Yes. So that is what actually. Then KB Siddhan also I met with him later on, who pioneered to Meghalaya, and from Meghalaya after a few months he came 79 December to Dharmanagar to help and assist the school established by B.R. Singh with the inspiration of Mr. Sridin Burman. And then Mr. Kevin Siddhan and B.R. Singh were mostly used to do the teachings in this Dharmanagar area. As I was not there, I came back to Agartala, and then I used to look after other district also. And in 1976, Sridin Burman told me that we are going to appoint you as the auxiliary board member. Then I asked, do you mean that what Mr. Mark Brubeck? Well, yes. I said, no, I cannot. Because it is so much difficult, so much responsibilities. so much purity. No, I don't have that all. I do not want. Then she shouted me like anything. Mother, she was like a mother to everyone. She shouted, I smiled and went back. But then I could not escape in the 1979 when I went from Agartala to Delhi. Dr. Singha called me for the National Convention, and I was a member of the local spiritual assembly newly established in Agartala. And there, Dr. Mahajir and all the other counselors were there, and they pronounced my name as the auxiliary board member for the whole Northeast. You remember, I just got down from the seat and I was thinking, my God, how to now reject and this and that. But remember me, every time Baha'u'llah is giving me one responsibility and then he tested me. He tested me. Immediately I had a loose motion. I had to be hospitalized. And Gopal and Gautam took me. And whole day I took the saline. Evening I came out of the hospital and asked me what to do. I told him, I'm very hungry. Give me one dosa. I remember that. And so when I go and telling that as I went as a pioneer in Tripura, also it was tested, I was imprisoned, I was beaten, but then again he has given lot of strength to rise further. And then when I went, no, I will talk later on maybe about first time when I went to the 100th anniversary of the Baha'u'llah's ascension in Akka and Haifa in 92. Uh, there were the 19 chosen ones of India. I was one of them. And what happened there after going or before going, that I will tell you later on how I was tested and again how I again rise as per the wishes.
So let's go back to Bengal.
Baghura, Purulia, Birbhum, Mednapur. And
So,
then from there again, we went as a travel teacher in Jamshedpur and in Odisha called Kotak and Bhubaneswar. And in this Bhubaneswar, there was a Baha'i called Ramesh Jana, with whom I met. He was the one of the first Baha'i of Odisha. So in their village, we went, there was a conference, and there I saw the Banmali Jana, who is my brother-in-law. Later on, he was very small, and I met there. So that is also a beautiful to remember. And in Cuttack that time, Heshamisha, that family were there. And so that go on. If I tell it will be so many, I just wanted to quick through that. So after finishing this Mark and Helen, then at Alison Atkinson and Windy Atkinson they came in Bengal. And so again, I was called by Mr. Mohan Munje and the State Teaching Committee that time, and told please help them. So where to? Then it is just 6 kilometers away from my home. It's called Baruipur. There we made a base, and from there we used to go to the different villages and communities. And Alison Atkinson and Windy Atkinson, I don't know really how beautiful, dedicated souls were that time. They never will think about the food, never to rest or anything, except the spreading the beautiful message of Baha'u'llah. So I spent with them about 1 year, like 7, 8 full.
Where?
In Baruipur, South 24 Parganas. And then I took her, again I was translating them. Mostly my work was translating, one after another. As I mentioned also, when Dr. Mahajir used to come also, then I had to translate. Mr. Fathazam came, it has happened so. And yeah, that is how I wanted to finish it, this Bengal. Then
what are your memories? What about Dr. Muhajir? What qualities and
one incident I will tell. I can't remember where, but both of us, we are walking. And walking, it was only jungle, dry jungle. The peoples to get it, we have to go further. But while we are passing through that, it was almost dry, the jungle. So then suddenly says that, Devdas, let us sit and pray over here. I was thinking, what happened to him? Why he wanted to say prayer here? Here is no peoples and this and that. Then I am a very open hearted and outspoken. I don't know much about the positions of the hands of the cause of God and this and that. And after prayer, suddenly I asked him, Dr. Mahaji, why do you say prayer over here? Because there is no peoples and this and that. He smiled at me and he says, do you know, Devdas, the day will come when people will come and they will make their houses. And that is why I prayed. And here, that fragrance of God is already established. When the people will come, they will get it. So this I was thinking, and then later on I understand what is the depth meaning of his words. How, because one of the title of the hands of the cause of God was they are the not only promoter of learning, they diffuse the divine fragrance of God and they edify the soul of man. That later on I came to know that who was actually the hands of the cause of God. Yeah, uh, uh, there are many other few, but this is a beautiful memory that I remember I
can
could
you
share
tell us
with
a
you.
little about your interaction with Mr. Fateh Azam? Anything you remember?
Yeah, he was a very natural and simple teacher of the faith. He doesn't used to tell with the people very highly intellectual things or this and that. Simple things he used to tell, which one I really liked very much and attracted with him also. Although it's not many times, I think 2 times only it happened. And yeah, he used to tell about the uh, beautiful things about the teachings of Baha'u'llah, the 12 principles. And then I used to talk about mostly martyrdom of Bach because that was my favorite subject. And then he used to tell about not only the 12 principles of the faith, he used to inquire about the villagers, how is their life, what are their problems, and how that problem could be solved spiritually. That also he used to take to the people. And I used
Was
to
it
love
the Dr. Debdas? We were talking about Mr. Fateh Azam. So you said he used to ask simple questions and be concerned about the problems people faced.
Yes, Mr. Fatazam, yes. Mr. Fatazam, his base was after coming from Iran, he was in Santiniketan for 12 years and he was translating into Persian the Gitanjali. And then from there, I think he elected as a National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of India. And then he shifted from there to Delhi. And from there, he elected for the highest institutions of the faith, Universalists of Justice. So Mr. Fateh also knew few words in Bengali, and his wife was a very much fond of Rabindra Sangeet. Even whenever she used to come and there is some song she liked, when he used to sing, she used to shed the tears. That much she's, and he was connected with the Bengal, you know. And I will tell you, Mr. Patadam, in one of the conference, he was talking, it was a declaration of love. You know how he started? He started, do you know, friends, there are two youths. They are talking about this beautiful age. One was Mullah Hossein another was Bab. And this is how he starts the teaching. Very simple way. Everybody could understand. And as I am talking very quickly, he never spoke. He used to speak very, very slowly. And so it was good for me to translate. But yes, during the dynamics, they were the really, truly the stalwarts of the faith. That anyway, maybe because of so many beautiful souls I was with them, so that the spirit ignited in me, and that's why I was a bold from childhood onward. Till today, that my villagers, my home people, they used to talk. As I said, you that we are 8 brothers and 1 sister. The local assembly was here, mostly my father and mother. And so
All of
it
them
is.
became Baha'i? Did all of them?
Yes, paper, yes. In the paper, everybody become Baha'i, including my father and mother. But actively they involved till today is we are 3 brothers. Except big brother. But he used to say prayer, he used to attend many things, he used to admire so much. But we never were bold enough to ask him to declare, because he was a fatherly figure, no? So everybody in the home after father used to be so much respect. I know
Okay.
Rajasthani people is like that.
Yeah. So Mr. Fateh Azam stayed in Shantiniketan for 12 years.
I think so, if I remember. And they had not proper food. Mr. Father told me when he came to Tripura, he said that he used to, and his wife used to only purchase potato and they boiled it, and then they used to eat it for the dinner, sometimes for the lunch. There were many days like that. So it's not the history of mine or yours. It's the history of every believer, those who arose for the promotions of the faith. Little here and there, that is the things. You also suffer so much, I know. Once upon a now you are going Russia, this, that, but once upon a time it was very difficult. Even I remember that when Mr. Ramninglal Sah mentioned about your name to come to Tripura to run the schools, I was wondering who is Anil. And then later on I inquired, and this and that. Anyway, yes.
Thank you for your love.
Down.
Let's go on with the years from 76 to 78.
Yeah.
So you were teaching in that area. And do you remember how many local assemblies were formed, or how many believers became Baha'i?
When I left, I think it was 28 local spiritual assemblies. Because that time the local spiritual assembly used to form any time during year, so we used to, I remember till yes, 28 local spiritual assembly formed, and around 2,700 or 600 the friends, they just enroll their belief in this Baha'i family. So yeah, and after that, as I said that I left from the Golabagh University, the conference took place. Then Dr. Ekamarchen, my loving brother, he came with the ticket, gave me, and I flew next day, 10th January to
So you were talking about a meeting there in which they named you as the auxiliary board member?
79 in Delhi.
In Delhi?
Bigyan Bhavan. I remember the conference, convention was in Bigyan Bhavan. And Gopal and Gautam, I was with them. And when they met, Alishan was there, Windy also was there. And all upon a sudden, I fall down. I don't know. I just got down from the seat. I do not want to show my face. And then everyone is telling, get up, get up, get up, get up. And then, Afshin, how he talks. Chala Debdas, please stand like that. And so I stood up. But after 2 hours, I had a severe loose motion. Had to be hospitalized, I remember, yes. Then again, let me go back. Mr. K.V. Siddhan, then he came in the month of December 1979 in Dharmanagar. And then in the month of April, I think, March, I had a severe, what is called the pox. And nobody was there. I was in the hospital, untouchable body. But listening this one fellow, till today, he is connected with me. Asutosh Datta is a young Baha'i who was a student where I used to stay. And along with his Amar Prasad, these two fellows sometimes used to come and bring food for me. And sit there all the way. He came from Dharmanagar to Agartala to meet me. The condition was same with Siddhan. The vomited. He was just, when came and met me in the hospital, I saw that he's just like a dead body. So like that conditions. Anyway, he also had a beautiful moral booster to me and this and that. He says, Debdas, we are all with you, don't worry. Anyway, he stayed 1 day, 2 days, and then he left. So this is another soul who contributed for the development of the faith in Tripura, especially in Dharmanagar. That we can't forget it. Not only the B.R. Singh was there, but K.V. Siddhan was there. And then, yes, 19. I finished my talk last time. It was from the prison I came out.
Yes, 79.
Yeah, 79. From the prison I came out. And that time is a fasting period. And the first day of the fasting, I was in prison. So I did not eat anything. People were more curious. That a young fellow, handsome fellow, is talking about the fasting. That too also nirjala means no food, no drinks. So people's really wondering because they never can think that kind of things in a young age and this and that. But then this Mr. Jatindra Bani, with whom I met and who has given the custody of my bail from the prison along with my house owner, both of them. So his house has invited me to break the fast. And my fasting to break, there are a lot of things to be, formalities to be done at the time of releasing from the prison. No? So it took time. But the prisoners all were very upset because to jailer and this pleaded, please allow him to stay tonight with us. We want to listen more and more and more. But as you know, this is not possible. Anyway, it was coming time I told to jailer that time so no telephone, no nothing, that I am staying such and such place. If these people they ask and if they release from the prison, if they wanted to meet, please tell them that where I am staying. That much I tell. But anyway, none of them came and none of them was released from the prison or not, I don't know. But then I shifted from place to place. Yeah, then to I went different places from there to, as Agartala is the West Tripura and the capital of Tripura. From there again, I met with the young students and I took their address. When they went to in their holidays to their home, in search of them, I went. I followed them without any information. And then when I reached, my God, each and every house, so much hospitable, so much hospitable. But to reach their home was very difficult. The people were not many in the villages, very wildly scattered, full of jungle. Even to in search of that, I had to walk lot. Communication was very bad. From the main road, sometimes buses used to go, maximum truck. So anyway, in that bus, not only carry the human being, but also other animals also, like goat, like a cat, like a duck, like a chicken, sometimes like a cow. Cow means, yeah. So that way, and I had to spend whole night in the jungle beneath the tree, and early morning when people were passing through, they saw that some dead body is sitting out there falling here. So they were talking, and in the meantime I got up. I said, no, 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 it's not like that. And they saw that from the bedsheet, the beautiful young man, then asked me, where are you going? What for? Then I told them, actually, this is this thing. Oh, this is, you have to go more and more from that village to the next village that is out. I said, okay, thank you very much. But where I will get the peoples to again to get guidance? He said, you just walk through, then some houses will be there. Because in the villages, everybody knows. 4 5 villages, people, they know each other. That time, people are very less, and it was like that. So I reached one of the house. Is called Sushil Pal, who was a student. And my God, there is no toilet, no nothing, remember. So in the jungle, you have to do these things. Uh, but food was very much delicious. They cut the chicken, although I am not much fond, but in the name of me, there are other children could eat. So I told them it's okay, thank you. And so like this, how so much love, so much hospitable I got. I am not talking about the bad things which has happened to my life much, because the main thing is that 2 3 people, if they arise against you, but there are many more people are ready to support the truth. They understand that. So it happens to me. So that is called it is in South Tripura. Then we had a meeting. 2 days I stayed there. I think 17 declaration we got. We form a local spiritual assembly over there. From there, another 2 3 Feno I took, and then went to the another village called Gangachara. There I met with so many youth, and there also we had a declaration. And there is local spiritual assembly. Like that, one village I was going, having 2 3 days stay, meeting, declaration from the local assembly, and go back. So like that, it was started in Tripura. Almost in Tripura, Professor, I traveled every nook and cranny, every corner. I did not leave any stone unturned. Till today, I cannot go to the villages. The new young generation, when they go and they talk about the Baha'i, and the old people used to talk that, there was a one gentleman from Calcutta who used to come with us, and he had a beard, because I had a beard from there. They forgot my name. And they said, yes, yes, he's our sir. Where is he? No, he is in Agartala. He cannot travel now, this and that. Okay, 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 very good. You talk with the children, this is a beautiful thing. So like that, it has happened almost every village they go in the different cluster. Now it is cluster has come. And so many things change, Anil, where during our time and this time, CIA, this, that, uncountable things has come for the promotions of the cause of God. Yes, and then 19 80. 1979.
By that time, were there some local assemblies? By
Where? In Tripura? Yes, there are 7 local special assemblies in all the districts.
So you, from 79 to 80, there were 7 new local assemblies.
Yeah, new local assembly, and around 350 or 360 Baha'is were there.
Oh.
And then, of course, 1979 December, the first auxiliary board member conference held in Panchgani by Mr. Afshin. I will tell you that for 9 days. It was a booster, I will tell you. Oh my God, after doing whole year work with tirelessly, and then when we went there, and we could get the new spirit, new look of the faith, and I can't express. I will tell you that Mr. Afshin was a great teacher of many shows in Tripura, in India, and in Asian country. I think many the teachers of the faith was ignited by the intercourse with Mr. B. Afshin. That cannot forget. I cannot forget. And yes, there I met with my wife. Of course, not that time wife. All people who had married, and she was working in the New Era school. And when serving the food, and suddenly one of my friend Bangladesh, Masumul Huda, he says, "Hey, this girl is a young girl, and you are a young. Both of you are young. Why don't you get to each other?" I told, "What nonsense." He says, "We came for here, for that." He said, "No, nothing is wrong." So in the meantime, he talked with another girl, Munire, is a sister of Anwar Akhtar Johan, is a friend of Savitri. And they took this initiative and made us together, And then I was telling, no, she's little bit black. I mean to say, not little black, little fair. I was very handsome, reddish color, But it's not that. Then she was wearing cross. I told she's a Christian. How could I? She said, no. She's a wonderful Baha'i from Chera in Kerala. Then told me about that her suffering and this and that little bit. Then really my mind changed. Then okay, we'll sit. Then we sat together.
When did Savitri become Baha'i?
I think she became Baha'i 1974 or 75.
Around the same time as you became Baha'i.
I think I am junior. She's elder.
Junior. Okay.
I am junior.
So you have to respect her.
I am still respecting my dear. He is a changer of my life in many ways. Then she was working as a lab technician, the pathological things of the hospitals, New Era Hospital. Then also she was a matron. And then she has also, later part was a pre-primary teacher. So many multiple faculties used to work over there. So there I met. And then I said going time, departure time, it was really unknowingly fall in love with each other. The tears was coming, neither only from her, but for me also. That was witnessed by friends, the Masumul Hoda and Munire. And then we are telling them now what is decision. Then after decision is very simple. As a Baha'i, we have to get consent from the parents. So Savitri will write to her parents, and I am going home directly to my parents. Immediately we'll talk with this, and if they give consent, then we will be having further connections. Connection means no phone. It is like a inland letter, like a envelope, postcard. You cannot write the love letter, no, anyway. So it was happened. And the Savitri told, I don't have father, I have a mother. I have a eldest brother. I told, no need of brother. Your mother, if it is agree, that will do. Because here is no activities of the brother or sister for giving consent. So like that it was taught. I came home and it was my first talk with my parents. I called everybody, my eldest brother, my sister, my father, mother, my sister-in-laws, all were sitting together. Then I told. After listening 5 minutes from me, then my mother asked questions. Very good. But what language she will speak with us? How she will know our culture or we will adjust her? Neither she. So don't talk this nonsense thing about marrying in a Kerala and this and thing. I will tell you that my father's contribution is so much in my life. He says, look at, will you think that your daughter-in-law is going to stay with us? But where is Devu living? Wherever he is living, she will be with him. And I don't know, the language of love is most important than any other language. Then I so much, thank you, Daddy. This is the teachings of Abdul Baha. He talked about the language of love. And, then everybody stopped because nobody can stop after father. So then immediately I had a portable typewriter. I immediately typed the consent letter with the carbon paper with 7, 8 copies. Then I told to Daddy first to sign, but Daddy signed. My mother is not signing. Mother is telling to my sister-in-law, you sign on behalf of me. I told, no, 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 it cannot be. No, Baba, I cannot write. I told, I know you can write. You can sign it. What is wrong? Then my uh, father told, no, no, you have to give your signature. If you don't want to give, then don't give. Then finally, after so much kasrat, she has put the signature. What I did, immediately I just ran to the open field and was asking Baha'u'llah, thank you so much for making it possible. Because in our Singha family, the Rajput family, this is the first time a person is going to get married with a different state, different language, different class, different creed. But it was a, I don't know. But when I became a Baha'i, believe me, I had that idea to get married a different, because oneness of mankind, I used to tell, how can be established without practical things? Even I studied Persian, when they used to marry with the Persian, I used to get upset. I tell, how you have come all the way, sacrificing everything. This way you are going to establish the oneness of mankind. So, anyway, I was like that. But for my life, yes.
So, which
And
year?
then I said that.
Which year was that?
Then I said, constant letter I have sent to whom you know, to the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of India,
Which
to
year was
Councillor Dina Sarati, to Local Spiritual Assembly of Charai and Agartala, and then one to Savitri, and one I kept it with me.
Which year was it?
In 1978, 1980.
1980.
1980, yes. And yeah, so then 29th June 1980, I went all the way to Kerala alone to get married with Savitri, because she went on the holidays there. I remember 23rd. Suddenly she sent a telegram, marriage fixed 29 June, comes up. That was telegraphic word. And this, when our postman, when saw this, he ran fast to me. Hey, Devu, your marriage in Kerala. I told, who told? Please see, your telegram has come. See, let me see. Then I saw the telegram. Then, my God, how to contact? She did not ask me about the date, okay? I don't know. Luckily, I was that time at home because there was a riot in Tripura. Because of that, I am in Calcutta. And then I thought that now, if I do not leave, I won't teach before 29th. Then marriage how will take place. Immediately I jumped into the pond and I told to my Bhabhi that please give me one ring from your finger. I will give you back after coming back. Then I asked to my big brother, give me 1,000 rupees. And like that. And then my friends, I asked 1, 2 shirt and pant. Because, going to get married, I don't have anything. I used to have a hardly very poor type of 2 pants and 2 shirts. That's all. So nothing is there. I personally don't have money much. I think it is around 500-600 rupees I had that time. I took 1,000 from my brother. And then everybody was keeping eyes to me and asking, really, are you mad? You are going to get married alone? All the way to Kerala? Can't wait. I told no. It is already fixed. My mother said, how can be? These date actual consent letter you have given already. Don't talk now. It is already finished. Now it is my job to go. So I went. That time, there was a Sanjay Gandhi, I think that plane crash in 1980 and died the same time. So there were a lot of kind of massacre. I mean, it was disturbed. But anyway, the train was late. And I missed the train of Kerala. It was monsoon time, June time. These people, I am reaching certain 27th, 26th, I am reaching in the Baha'i center of Kochi. I don't know. Address is with me. But I missed the train in Chennai. Then I asked people how to go sooner to Kerala, to Kochi. They said next day, evening train. Means 24 hours I have to be in the station. Yes, there is nothing we can do. Only the evening train goes. So what to do? I waited. And then I sent again telegram from there. I missed the train. I'm reaching next day. Means 27th. So then I went and told him, because I don't have reservation, this and that. I went to collector and told. And he was very kind enough to give me tickets and reservations for the next day evening. Anyway, I was very happy. Finally, I don't know we'll meet with them or not. They have received the telegram or not. It was all in confusion. But finally, I went to the Baha'i Center of Cochin, full pant is wet because raining. And I had one suitcase with me, protected. No, nothing will be entered, no water, because it is made out of tin, what you call in English, tin. Tin.
I don't know.
Iron, like iron, iron it is. Previously, this kind of suitcase was used to use for the traveling, big trunk, suitcase and this and that. Anyway.
It was made of iron.
Yes. Very thin, yeah, made out of iron. Yes. So, out of iron, yes. Then, when I reached the peoples of Baha'i Center, they were very happy and they said that yesterday that Savitri and her brother came and very much upset, was crying because he could not reach. They went and they told me that if I reach, I will take you to their home. I told, okay, let's go. Then said, you little bit change your dress. I told, no need of changing dress again. It will be wait. Let's go. All the way from there, ferry to by bar. When we reached to their home, And suddenly, one girl came out. And then I told, what happened to my fiancé? This is not what with whom I am going to get married. She was different, but she was smiling, and their mother also full of smiling, hugging me. Oh my God! And Malayalam, no other language. It is so beautiful to remind myself these all beautiful days. And then the next one or two fellow knew English, and then suddenly he says, "This is Savitri's sister, Salima." Oh, thank God. But where is Savitri? No, they went in search of you again in the station today with her brother. Well, then we are talking, joking. Many youths, they become together. Calcutta friend came for marriage in their village. So it was around 40, 50 people, youth, full of youth. Old people, they came, they entered talking. So when finally we are talking, the Savitri with one uh, garland of happiness and smile enter, and then I could recognize, now this is my fiance. So anyway, so when they reached to the wives and they already I reached, and I went to their home by then. So immediately they left. So this is how the next that night we stayed in another Baha'i friend's house. Night I could not return. Was called KK Gopi near to their home. But I was thinking why they did not allow me to stay at their home so that I could talk with her and this and that. But it is not the customs, no. Anyway, the next day, luckily we were allowed to go to the Cochin Baha'i Center, where the friends will be decorating the Baha'i house for our marriage. And then if some shopping is required, then shopping also. Then I called Savitri's sister, myself. We went. You know that as I am from the village, we have to give this silver the Padasara. So I whispered to my wife, I told her, see, I don't have much money. I don't know how to return also. But this is one sari I purchased for you, Banarasi sari for marriage, and for me one safari, and that's all. And now I don't know. She told, don't worry, I am there with you. I will help you. How much money required? I told, I don't know what you are going to purchase. Nothing. I told, no. As a Baha'i, I have to give that as to purchase. Okay. So went. Then asked to our sister, do you want anything? She told, simply one chappal, slipper required. So could purchase and gave. And finally they went back to their home. And I stood back to the Baha'i house, Cochin, watching how they are decorating and this and that. Next day is marriage, no? 29th. In that marriage day, what happened, Around 450 people, they gathered. There is no place to sit. Almost all were standing in the buyout. And they were all start of society. Mostly Savitri's school teachers, ex-school teachers, present teachers, her friends, these, that, and the relative, and of course Baha'i friends. One Baha'i was there from Persian background. I forgot his name. He was kind enough to take the pictures and contribute to us. So I thank you. At least someone is there to take our marriage picture, wedding picture. My mother spoke fast in the Baha'i marriage in front of these many hundred people in Malayalam. And in that Malayalam, whatever she spoke, I understood three sentences. That she is proud of her daughter and lucky to get me like a son-in-law. She doesn't have words to thank Baha'u'llah. And then she goes on speaking, I think, 10 minutes. That I don't understand much. And all were dead. When it is my turn came, said that you say something. I said, I want to say I'm very happy. Thank you for coming. That much I said. And then food was what banana, South Indian banana, Kerala banana, one banana, one piece of cake, little mixture. That was the marriage food for
Refreshment,
400
food. Yeah.
for 400 people. And Savish was telling me that why I have discouraged the people to make a big this thing. Then I told him, see, I have read Guardian Sogipindi says the Baha'i marriage should be as simple as possible. My condition is very bad financially. I'm not that much to provide the people and this and that. She understood. She told, okay, no problem. She told everybody is happy. And everybody told her, look at the beautiful example they said. This is called really the Baha'is of 21st century. And yes, this is how we stayed 3 days. Next day, I left with my wife to Bengal. Alone I went, took my wife, entered to my home. They don't know what time we are coming and this and that. Everybody was, shocked.